I was just in Istanbul for a few days. It was my first time in Istanbul in probably close to 15 years, maybe even more. So by all accounts, it was all pretty new to me, especially the hills I had to climb up to get anywhere. But it's a pretty gorgeous place, and you can certainly tell why so many photographers gravitate to it as a travel destination. Now, I wouldn't classify myself as anything close to a street photographer, mostly because I don't think I'm particularly good or experienced at it, but in any case, I brought along my trusty Ricoh GR IIIx. Since I only had a couple of hours of walking around time to spend in the city, I quickly scrolled through this Istanbul photography guide that Roman Fox made before setting off on a couple of small treks. This was all near Galata Tower, certainly a tourist hub and a place where the average incline is about 45 degrees. I like this photo. I like how layered it is, even if it is to the point of being a bit messy. There's maybe too much color going on in the gray, the reds, and the greens in the background, but I do like the gradual fade from dark shadows into sort of overexposed sky. This is one of the highlights of the trip for me. I really like the composition going on here. I like how the two guys eating in the back are separated from the guy eating kind of forward in the frame. I think it's pretty nice, even if it is a little tough to understand, but I'm pretty happy with this one. I then met up with a couple of coworkers for a very quick visit to the old town. This was essentially to see every site we could possibly squeeze in the time we had. I had a really good time on this walk. As much as I might have wanted to sort of see more and maybe venture outside of the center of the city, this little outing certainly hit the main beats I wanted to get out of the trip. I feel like increasingly on shorter trips like these, I find myself going into them with some more realistic and semi-specific goals in mind. For Istanbul, those were to spend some time walking around near the main sites, try some great food, pet some cats maybe, and take a few photos to commemorate it. Because what I've found can otherwise become true is that you just spend too much time preoccupied by certain expectations you set for a trip versus actually getting the most out of it that you can. This is one of those classic instances of a photo where, as you're taking it, you're convinced it's going to be, at the very least, the best photo you've taken that day. I think that the bones are there for this. The leading lines from the buildings on the sides, the umbrellas at the top are kind of an interesting touch. And of course, you get the mosque and then the sunlight hitting the man at the end of the street. But as I look at it, all of those interesting elements are less than the sum of their parts in a way. There's just too much going on. And I'm not sure if that's in the composition, if that's in the photo edit, if that's in how many colors are on the screen. Maybe it's just too many. But it ends up feeling a little bit odd. So, you know my travel vlogs?
Where?
This is the first one. The next couple of days are very much work-centered, although we did see some cool stuff over those 2 days too.
You guys, and we can have a nice night in. Yeah.
And then we closed out the trip with a nice little boat ride on the Bosphorus. Went pretty far. Turns out I'm pretty scared of standing up on a boat.